Hello and welcome to another video in this function series. In this video, we'll be covering the topic of composite functions. If you haven't watched my previous video on simple functions, you can click on the link that is on the top right of this video. Just click on the link and you can just watch this video. So now what are composite functions? Composite function is basically a function of a function. So for example, if I write function of x is equal to 2x plus 1. So this is one function, that is 2x plus 1. Now another function is g of x is equal to 3x plus 2. So here in this case you have two functions. This is function number 1 and this is function number 2. In composite functions, what we do, we basically substitute one function into another function. Now what does that mean? See, if I just write f g of x. Now what does it mean? It means that we are substituting the function g into function f. So it's basically like this. Whatever value of g of x is given over here, that value will be substituted into function of x in this variable. So the value of g of x will be substituted in the value of x of the first function, that is function of x. So now how will you write this? The tip to write this is, you first need to write the function f. So this function that is written on the left hand side, you first write that function. So it's basically 2x plus 1. And now in place of x, just write this second function, that is g of x. So it will be like this, 2, and now in place of x I am writing the function g of x. So it will be 3x plus 2, and this plus 1 will be written as it is. So it will be plus 1. So now if we just open the brackets, it will be 2 times 3 is 6, it's 6x, plus 2 times 2 is 4, and plus 1. So if we just solve it, it's 6x plus 5. So basically this 6x plus 5 is the function f g of x. So basically when we substitute g of x into f of x, the answer that we get is 6x plus 5. Now if I ask you to find out f g of 2, what does that mean? It simply means that in this composite function that you have find out, that is f g of x, you just need to substitute the value of x as 2. So if you substitute the value of x as 2, then what will you get? You will just write it like this, 6 bracket 2 plus 5. So it will be 6 times 2 is 12, 12 plus 5, that is equal to 17. So 17 is the answer of this composite function, that is f of g of x. Now moving on to a second question. Here in this question again you are given two functions. The first function is f of x equals to 2x minus 2. The second function is y of x is equal to 3x plus 4. And you need to find out y f of x. So the tip is, whatever function that is written on the left hand side, just write that function. So the function is y, this is the function, just write this function, that is 3x plus 4. Now in place of x, you need to cite the value of f of x, that is 2x minus 2, because f of x is written next to y. Again I am repeating, whatever alphabet is written on the left hand side, you will first write that function, and whatever alphabet is written next to it, that is right to it, you will substitute the value of x of that function. So now if we just write it, it will be something like this, 3, and in place of x we will write 2x minus 2 plus 4. Now if we just solve it, it will be 3 times 2 is 6, 6x minus 3 times 2 is 6 plus 4. So if we just solve it, it will be 6x minus 2. This is the answer for y f of x. Now similarly, if I ask you to find out y f of 2, so now what you need to do is, you just need to plug in this value of 2 into this function. So what it will be like this, 6 bracket 2 minus 2, and 6 times 2 is 12 minus 2. So it's equal to 12 minus 2 is 10. So 10 is the answer to this composite function. I hope the concept of composite functions is clarified. Still, if you have any question, do let me know in the comment section below. Thank you.